Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Judge Christy Rupi. You're all here for first appearance. The purpose of this hearing is to inform you of the charges against you and determine whether there is probable cause for your arrest. Probable cause only means that it's more likely than not that you committed the crime for which you've been arrested. As you appear before me today, you are considered not guilty of what you've been charged with. That status will remain with you through each stage of these proceedings up until changed by the State Attorney's Office if they prove the case against you beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. In all likelihood, you're arrested on a new charge or a warrant. Either way, you were given a bond pursuant to the bond schedule for the 5th Judicial Circuit. I will determine whether to keep that bond the same, increase it, decrease it, or whether there are any other conditions of pretrial release which will be imposed upon you. You are entitled to have a lawyer represent you at each stage of these proceedings. If you cannot afford to hire one, I will appoint the Public Defender's Office for you this morning. You are also entitled to make a phone call to let friends, family, or your counsel know where you are. If you haven't had the opportunity to get that phone call, please let me know. Make sure you get that phone call today. Finally, and most importantly, you have the right to remain silent, and I encourage you to do so. These hearings are recorded, and there is an assistant state attorney in this courtroom writing down everything that you say. So anything you say about the facts of your case can and will be held against you in the prosecution of your case down the road. At this time, I'd like everyone to raise your right hand so I can place you under oath. Solemnly swear or affirm the testimony before the court will be the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth. Okay, put your hands down as you come forward. As I call your name, please come forward. Melissa Boner. Can I have your date of birth?
4/12/71.
You're here today for an aggravated assault, domestic battery, and criminal mischief. I found probable cause for your arrest for count 1 of the aggravated assault and count 2 of the domestic battery. I did not find probable cause for the count 3 of criminal mischief. State, does she have a prior record?
Yes, Your Honor. I see an adjudication in 2013 for failure to return the released property out of Hernando. Adjudication for driving while license suspended in 2013 out of Hernando. Adjudication for grand theft, 2013 out of Hernando. Adjudication for driving while license suspended 2013 out of Pinellas. Adjudication for driving while license suspended HTO 2012 out of Hernando. Another driving while license suspended out of Columbia County. Adjudication in 2009, and a withhold driving while license suspended in 2009 out of Hernando. I do see some older battery was dropped in 2005 out of Collier, a withhold in 2002 for violating DL restrictions out of Collier, and a tag violation in 2002 out of Collier.
Okay. Ma'am, would you like me to appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Yes, please.
I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office. I have an address here on Bridge Road in Weeki Wachee. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
3 months
How long have you lived in Hernando County?
since 2010.
Do you have a job?
I can give it. Yes, I do.
What kind of work do you do?
I manage Taco Bell.
Okay.
If I can,
I'm going to order that you have no contact with the victim in your case, Logan Gary.
No problem. It's great.
Gray, I'm sorry. Logan Gray. Don't have any contact with him whatsoever. If you have any contact with him while this case is pending, you could be charged with another crime and held without bond. Do you understand that? And that means no third-party contact, too. You can't have anyone else call him on your behalf. You can't send any messages his way or anything like that.
Absolutely.
All right. I need to hold you until 4 o'clock today in case Mr. Gray needs to file an injunction against you, civil paperwork. That way we know where to serve you, where to find you in the jail to get you that paperwork. You can be released after 4 o'clock today on a $1,000 bond on count 1, a $1,000 bond on count 2. Count 3, you're going to be ROR because I can't find a PC for that one. We'll see you back to court on May 14th at 9 o'clock in the morning, okay?
Okay, my one question.
Yes.
Can I go to the house with a police officer to retrieve my things?
Yes.
Yes?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
Brianna Hahn. Can I have a date of birth?
12/05/91.
Okay. Did you say 12/1?
12/01/91.
Okay. You're here today for a violation of probation. I found probable cause for your arrest. Looks like you violated your probation for violation of a domestic violence injunction, and it's based on a warrant signed by me on March 6th. The probation department is recommending 120 days in order to resolve your case. Is that something you want to take care of today?
Is there any other option?
Well, you can take care of it today for 120 days. If you don't want to do it today, I can appoint you a public defender and we can see you back to court another day. I can't hear you, ma'am.
I guess I'll be taking care of it. I'm pregnant, that's the thing, and this has been often in my life.
Okay. Well, you're violated your probation because you failed to report in February, and since then, no, you don't have to give me a reason. You failed to pay your fines and court costs, you failed to pay your supervision fees, and you failed to complete your mental health evaluation. So I understand that you're saying that those things were interrupting your life, but those are a violation of probation, and you agreed to resolve the case to do those things, and the allegation is that you did not do them. If you want to take care of this case today, I will do that. It'll be for 120 days. We'll give you credit for any time that you have in. If you don't want to take care of it today, that's fine. I'll appoint you a public defender, and we'll see you back another day. What do you want to do?
Okay, 120 days.
I can't hear you.
Yes, ma'am, 120 days.
Okay, you understand that by admitting that you violated your probation, you're giving up your right to have a hearing?
Correct.
You're giving up your right to confront witnesses at that hearing, call your own witnesses at that hearing, and you're giving up your right to have the state prove that you violated your probation. Do you want to give up those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. With regard to the violation of probation in 2018 MM333, a violation of domestic violence injunction, do you admit that you violated your probation?
Yes, ma'am.
I accept your admission. I find this freely and voluntarily entered, adjudicate you guilty, revoke and terminate your probation, sentence you to 120 days in the Hernando County Jail. Do we know how much time she has in? Did you have a public defender in your case previously?
Yeah.
Okay, usually they know the time served when they come in here. When you were arrested initially on the battery, would you spend the night in jail?
That was almost, I think, like 3 years ago.
Right. Do you know how much time you spent in jail then?
Yeah, a long time. Like 8 months to almost a year.
Okay. Since nobody knows the time served, I'll go ahead and revoke and terminate your probation today. Sentence you to 120 days in Hernando County Jail. We're going to reset you for tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock for a status check on how many days that you have in, since nobody knows, okay?
Okay.
There's also the cost of prosecution for that. And there's going to maybe be the cost of incarceration, but I will take care of that in the morning. Renee Maggio. Can I have your date of birth?
4/17/79.
Okay, you were brought over from Citrus County?
Yes.
Okay, how many days did you spend in Citrus?
I think it was 4 or 5 days, and then I was here before when I originally got arrested for 4. I think I've done 9 days.
Okay. You are here today, excuse me, for a violation of probation. You were placed on probation for petty theft, and I have a violation of probation warrant here signed by Judge Hitzman on January 3rd, so I find probable cause for your arrest. It looks like probation is recommending 45 days in order to resolve the case today. We'll give you credit for the 9 days that you have in. Do you want to take care of it today?
Yes, please.
Okay. Do you understand that by admitting that you violated your probation, you're giving up your right to have a hearing?
Yes.
Giving up your right to confront witnesses at that hearing, call your own witnesses at that hearing, and you're giving up your right to have the state prove that you violated your probation. Do you want to give up those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yes, please.
Okay. With regard to the violation of probation in 2018-2948 MM, do you admit that you violated?
I do.
I accept your admission. I find this freely and voluntarily given. Adjudicate you guilty, revoke and terminate your probation, sentence you to 45 days in the Hernando County Jail, give you credit for the 9 days that you have in. You will have the cost of prosecution in this case and the cost of incarceration for any time that you spent in Hernando County, which is going to be probably about 40 days. And that should clear it up, okay?
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Stephanie May. Can I have your date of birth?
October 796.
Okay. You are here today for sale of a controlled substance, possession of methamphetamine, possession of a place for the purpose of the sale of or trafficking of drugs, possession of drug paraphernalia, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. You have another case here for sale of a controlled substance, possession of methamphetamine, possession of a place for the purpose of possession or sale, and possession of drug paraphernalia and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Two separate cases. I found probable cause for each of these, and they're based on warrants that I signed. Do you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Yeah.
I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office in both of your cases. State.
She's a dropped battery, second in 2017 out of Hernando, adjudication for battery in 2015 out of Hernando, a withhold of adjudication for stalking 2012 out of Hernando, and then she goes into delinquency where she's got some burglary, battery, criminal mischief charges.
Okay. How long have you been in Hernando County?
Just since yesterday.
You've only been living in Hernando County for 1
Oh,
day?
I since I was 5.
Okay. And do you have any type of legal job?
I work with my sister cleaning houses.
Does your sister live in Hernando County?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, I'm going to keep all the bonds the same for right now. I've appointed the Public Defender's Office, so they'll take a look at it. If they feel like there's a way to get the bond reduced, they'll go in front of the judge that your case is assigned to. We're going to see you back to court on all of these cases on May 14th. That's $22,000 bond for each case. James Allen? Good morning. Can I have your date of birth?
7195.
Okay. You are here today for a violation of probation. It's based on a warrant signed by me last November. So I did find probable cause for your arrest. It looks like you were placed on probation for a battery, and you violated that probation by not doing community service, not doing your batter's intervention program. You didn't pay your supervision fees, and you failed to report as of August of 2018 and so on. And it looks like you also committed another crime while you had an outstanding warrant for violation of probation of a battery on the same victim up in Marion County. Based on that, the probation's recommendation is 11 months, 29 days in the Hernando County Jail. We'll give you credit for any time that you have in. Do you want to take care of it today?
I got my lawyer.
Okay, who's your lawyer?
Mark Sherman.
Okay, is that a private attorney?
No.
Yes?
No.
Okay. So I'll put you in as that you have private counsel, and we will see you back to court. We're going to keep it no bond. We're going to see you back to court on May 8th at 9 a.m., okay?
No.
Aniello Astarita. Can I have your date of birth?
7/18/73.
Okay, you are here today for a battery charge. I found probable cause for your arrest. Did you want the Public Defender's Office to represent you?
Yes.
Okay. I'll appoint the Public Defender's Office. State.
Showing a withhold of adjudication for possession of cocaine, marijuana, and paraphernalia in 2018 out of Pinellas. Adjudication for possession of hydrocodone in 2016 out of Pinellas. A dropped battery in 2016 out of Pinellas. Adjudication for possession of alprazolam in 2009 out of Pinellas. Adjudication for possession of drugs out of Pinellas, also 2009. DUI adjudication 2005 out of Hernando. Adjudication for leaving the scene of an accident with property damage out of Hernando 2005. Adjudication for grand theft in 2004 out of Pinellas. Showing a withhold of violation of probation out of Pinellas in 2003. And the rest I'm seeing are traffic infractions.
Okay. Sir, I have an address for Hickory Street in Brooksville. Is that where you live?
Yes,
How long have you lived there?
since July.
Okay. How long have you lived in Hernando County?
8 months, 9 months,
Okay. Where'd you live before that?
Pinellas County.
Okay. Do you have any family here in Hernando?
In Bristol, no.
In Hernando County at all?
No.
Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and give you a bond in this case, but I need to order that you have no contact with the alleged victim, Tracy Stans. Don't have any contact with her whatsoever. Do not call, do not write, do not email, do not have anyone else call her, write her, email her. If you have any contact with Tracy while this case is pending, you can be charged with another crime and held without bond. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to give you a bond of $2,500. We're going to see you back to court on May 8th at 9 o'clock in the morning, okay? James Grady. Mr. Grady, can I have your date of birth?
3/24/69.
All right. You are here today for possession of methamphetamine, possession of marijuana, possession of drug paraphernalia, and driving where your license is suspended or revoked. Found probable cause for your arrest. Do you have the public defender's office already on your felony case?
I haven't seen him yet.
Okay, but you were appointed a public defender?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and appoint the public defender in this case. In this case, you're entitled to a bond, so I'm going to give you a bond of the same $5,001, 1, and 1. It's a total of $8,000. You have an open case set right now in front of Judge Toner. You were given a $500 bond on each of those charges, and you bonded out on April 4th. And there's probable cause to believe that you committed this crime while you were out on bond. As such, I'm going to recommit you in the 2019 CS-652. You'll be held in custody until you go back in front of Judge Toner on April 26th. That's the case that's the date that case is already set for. We're going to put this case along with it, so both of your cases will be held on the same day, okay?
So my bond is $8,000 there?
Your bond in this case is $8,000, yes.
Thank you.
All right? Aaron Shaw.
Hello, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Can I have your date of birth?
4/8/1998.
Right. You are here today for one case as a grand theft and uttering a forged bill, and the other case is a theft and uttering counterfeit notes. I found probable cause for each of the charges against you. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
I'm going to ask for a private attorney.
Okay. Do you know who you're going to hire?
No.
Okay. Okay, I'll put in that you're going to hire private counsel. State, is there a prior record?
Yes, Your Honor. It appears I'm showing an open case actually out of Miami-Dade for obstruction by disguised person and possession of cannabis 20 grams or less. And adjudication in 2017 for cannabis out of Broward County. Withhold of adjudication, petty theft 2018 out of Broward County. Withhold adjudication, petty theft 2017 out of Broward County. I'm showing also some delinquency cases, criminal mischief, resisting cannabis, and trespass.
So I have an address for you in Coconut Creek, Florida. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Do you have any family or anyone here in Hernando County?
No, ma'am.
Okay. How long have you lived in Coconut Creek?
I lived in Coconut Creek for about
Do you have an open case right now in another county?
It was a misdemeanor probation. It's for Broward County.
You're on probation right now in Brevard?
Well, this is a misdemeanor probation for Broward County. Like, that's the only open case. I wasn't given a court date yet to go back to court.
Okay. All right, I'm uttering counterfeit notes. I'm going to set your bond at $4,000. On the theft, it's going to be $1,000. We're going to see you back to court May 14th at 9 o'clock in the morning.
Wait, ma'am, may I ask that I get my wallet back so I can find myself out?
If you could get what?
My wallet back.
Your wallet
find
back?
myself out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me finish. I'm not done though, okay? So on the grand theft, the bond's going to be $4,000. On the uttering of forged bill, the bond's going to be $4,000. Okay. Okay, that's a total of $13,000. You have $13,000 there in your wallet at the jail?
No.
Okay. What is it that you need your wallet for at the jail?
In my wallet, I actually have $3,420. So I'll be able to pay my 10% of the bond and be able to get back to Broward County if I get my wallet.
Okay, well, you can talk to a bondsperson about that. Considering the type of charges you're here for, I'm sure they're going to check into what you're giving them for bond. But I'll have the jail and the bondsman look into that. If you have property there with funds in it, then...
No, Hernando County Sheriff's Office has my card and have my wallet.
Oh, your wallet's in your car?
Yes, they took my wallet out of my pocket and my phone and they put it in my car.
Okay, well listen, you said you were going to hire a private attorney, right?
I'm not going to be able to if I don't get my wallet, man.
Okay, well...
I'll just have a public defender, man. I'll just have a public defender right now.
Alright.
If I'll be able to get my property, will I be able to get a private attorney?
I don't know what you're going to be able to do. I can't speak on behalf of private attorneys or whether they want your case or anything. So I'll point you to the public defender's office right now. You can talk to them about your bond and your property and everything else like that. They'll guide you accordingly. If you want to hire a private attorney at a later date, then there's nothing stopping you, okay?
Okay.
All right. Give them a quick video. Okay, your court date is May 14th, okay?
Okay. So the bond, my total bond you said was $13,000?
Yeah.
On the paper it was $2,000 for each charge.
I understand that.
Additional charges now?
There's not additional charges, no. But if you were paying attention at the beginning of this docket, I told you that I'm going to make a bond decision, and that bond decision is based on a lot of things. One of those decisions is that your lack of ties to the community here and your prior records. So based on those things, I have doubled your bond.
Double?
Yes, sir.
Okay, man.
Okay. Stanley Urota. Can I have your date of birth?
August 12th, 1991.
You are here today for a domestic battery. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender's office to represent you?
Yes, ma'am.
I'll appoint the public defender's office. State, sir, prior record?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Sir, I have an address for you on Long Lake Ave in Wekiwachi. Is that where you live?
Yes, ma'am.
How long have you lived there?
About a year now.
Okay. Do you have a job?
Yes, ma'am.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm an employee of the warehouse. Butler Heating and AC.
Butler Heating? Okay. All right, I'm going to give you a bond in this case. As a condition of bond, I need to order that you have no contact with Victoria Urota. Do you have any contact with her whatsoever? Do not call, do not write, do not email, do not have anyone else call her, write her, or email her. If you have any contact with her while this case is pending, you could be charged with another crime and held without bond, okay? I also need to hold you until 4 o'clock today in case she wants to file any civil paperwork against you. If she does file that paperwork against you, you want to read it very carefully. That paperwork will be very specific as to how many feet you need to stay away from her vehicle, her work, or anywhere else where she may frequent, okay?
Yes, ma'am, I do have one. Sorry.
I'm going to set your bond at $100. I'm going to see you back to court on May 8th at 9 o'clock in the morning. Did you have a question?
Yes, ma'am. We actually work together in the same building.
Okay.
I am in a different department of that though. Is there any way that I can continue if I don't see her contact with me?
All I'm going to order is that you have no contact with her.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
And Your Honor, just so you're aware, the victim is present, and I did speak with her regarding that, but she
Okay.
does still want the no contact at this time.
Jeffrey Robinson? Have your date of birth?
For the,
Were you here in front of me yesterday?
yes, ma'am.
Okay. Because there's no way there's two people with that same hair.
Awesome.
What were you in front of me for yesterday?
I think it was a weed charge on this. But I guess the charge that they got now, they just arrived.
You just arrived, okay. You are here for uttering counterfeit notes, and there's also a violation of probation. Was he not on probation yesterday? Did we already do a violation of probation yesterday? We didn't handle that yesterday?
No, yesterday was the charge.
Okay. You're on, it says here you're on probation in Broward County. Does that sound right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, so we have the uttering counterfeit notes here. I found probable cause for your arrest. Did we appoint the public defender's office yesterday?
Yes, I think so.
Okay, do you want the public defender's office for these cases too? Yes? Do you want the public defender's office for these cases too?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll appoint the public defender's office for both of these cases, or well, for this case at least. And we'll see you back to court on this case on, was the charge yesterday misdemeanor? Yes. Okay, so this is going to be a felony case, so it'll be May 14th at 9 a.m., okay? And then you have the violation of probation out of Broward County. That's going to be a no bond on that violation of probation. And Broward County will come and get you probably when you're finished with your cases here. And when you get there, you can ask for a lawyer and ask for a court date, okay? All right, thank you, sir. Kejwan Vickers. Can I have your date of birth? All right. Looks like we have 4 different cases for you here today. The first one is a possession of methamphetamine, possession of controlled substance, and possession of drug paraphernalia. The bond amounts are a total of $11,000. I found probable cause for your arrest. Do you want the public defender on all of your cases? Did you say yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'll appoint the public defender's office. State prior record.
Yes, Your Honor, there's an adjudication for possession of paraphernalia in 2018 out of Hernando. An action was dropped out of Hernando in 2018 for robbery by sudden snatching without a firearm. Adjudication driving while license suspended 2017 out of Hernando. Adjudication for cannabis out of Hernando in 2016. An action was dropped in 2016 for aggravated battery causing great bodily harm out of Hernando. Adjudication for cannabis out of 2015 out of Hernando. Noel Cross in 2011 for uttering a forged instrument out of Hernando. Withhold in 2010, no valid driver's license. Adjudication 2009, criminal mischief out of Hernando. Adjudication for battery in 2008 out of Hernando. And there are some delinquency charges for possession of a controlled substance, cannabis charges, and burglary of a dwelling.
Okay. How long have you lived in Hernando County?
All right.
All right. Do you have any legal employment?
No.
All right. I'm going to keep the bond the same. On this case, it's going to be $5,000, $5,000, and $1,000. Your Court date on all of these cases is going to be May 14th at 9 a.m. The next case I have is a sale of controlled substance, possession of methamphetamine, possession of a place for the purpose of the sale or possession of trafficking of controlled substance, possession of drug paraphernalia, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. The bonds on that are a total of $22,000. I'm going to keep those bonds the same, appoint the public defender's office, see you back to court May 14th at 9 o'clock in the morning. The next case I have is a sale of a controlled substance, possession of methamphetamine, possession of a place for the purpose of sale or trafficking of drugs, possession of drug paraphernalia, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. Those bond amounts right now are $22,000. Those are going to stay the same. We'll see you back to court on May 14th. The next case I have for you is a sale of controlled substance, possession of methamphetamine, possession of a place for the purpose of sale or manufacturing, possession of paraphernalia, and unlawful use of a two-way communication device. The total bond on those is $22,000. Those are going to remain the same. I'll appoint the public defender's office. We'll see you back to court on May 14th. Okay? Max Mathis. Can I have your date of birth?
9/21/95.
You were in front of me yesterday for a battery, correct?
Yes, battery is good.
And I RCO'd him on this case, this 19 CT 1152.
Violation of misdemeanor probation.
This is a failure to appear in front of Judge Hitzman on driving while license suspended or revoked. The bond amount, I RCO'd you on yesterday, so there's technically no bond amount. Nevertheless, I found probable cause for your arrest. State, do you have an offer for him to resolve it today?
Your Honor, the offer in the file was 60 days. I don't know about the battery. Did that come in as a
Came in yesterday. It's a felony battery.
felony battery? The offer would be 60 days
Okay.
for the 2019 CT 1152.
All right. The state is offering 60 days in order for you to resolve this case today. Did you want to do that, or do you want to talk to your lawyer first?
Yeah, so that resolves everything right here?
No, it just resolves this one misdemeanor case, this one driving on suspended driver's license.
Yeah, go ahead and talk, go ahead and take the 60.
All right. Is this going to violate your probation anywhere? Are you on probation anywhere?
I was on probation, I had
Use on
misdemeanor
probation
probation,
for the battery, I believe.
for the, possession of concealed weapon, brass knuckles. I took probation for that.
Yeah, the battery just was a new charge yesterday. That was not a violation.
He is on probation.
Yeah, but they also charged me with, violation of, probation yesterday.
Okay.
Well,
It was a misdemeanor violation of probation?
Yes, it is.
Will that clear up
Yes,
both
ma'am.
of these?
I took it back to the office yesterday in preparing it.
Oh, so it's not out yet?
No, it's not out.
Okay. All right, why don't we, you were on probation for, was it a carry and concealed weapon charge?
Yes, it was.
Okay. You were on probation for that. They're alleging you violated probation, but they're not finished with their warrant yet. If you want to take care of this case today, I'm not going to stop you from doing that. It's 60 days, but then you still have to take care of the violation of probation in a couple weeks. Or we can set this off in a couple weeks and you could take care of them both at the same time.
I gotta go ahead and take care of it now.
Okay. Do you understand that by taking care of this case today, you're giving up your right to go to trial?
Yes, ma'am.
Giving up your right to confront the witnesses against you, call witnesses on your own behalf, and you're giving up your right to have the state prove the case against you. Do you want to give up all those rights in order to take care of this case today?
Yes, ma'am.
With regard to this driving on suspended driver's license, 2019 CT 1152, how do you plead complete no contest?
Plead guilty.
Okay, I'll accept your plea of guilty, find this freely and voluntarily entered, adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 60 days in the Hernando County Jail, give you credit for, what do you have in, like 2 days on this?
3.
3 days, I'll give you credit for the 3 days that you have in. You will have fines and court costs of $488 and the cost of incarceration for those days, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you.